Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Capricorn December 15, 2022. The moon is in your opposing sign today, and you could find that you're doing a lot of compromising and accommodating. There can be some difficulties coordinating your plans and getting everyone into a place of agreement, however. Fret only if you are willing to work on a strategy to change things, otherwise, you waste valuable energy. You may be able to let go of interactive problems and work on what matters to you most, which puts you in better shape today. It's possible you discover ways to satisfy both your desire to connect and the need to stick with familiar routines. You can have quite a bit of fun doing everyday things with some creativity, which is in abundant supply. A distant swan song is growing more prominent from the depths of space. This is because the Titan Neptune, who has spun within the abyss of Pisces, has returned to direct motion in the heavens once again. This has caused you to approach romance in two different ways. As Neptune is the higher octave of Venus, both planets hold dominion over certain matters of the heart. On one hand, you have certainly been blessed with possible soulmate connections in your life thus far, those who help you heal or see the world through a more artistic perspective. However, Neptune can also bring delusions of grandeur and shady schemes, so some of your interactions may have triggered learning lessons instead. Prioritize the professional arrangements that spark joy. The professional relationships and obligations that speak to your authenticity are what needs to come first this morning when the moon in Leo opposes Saturn in your sign. Let go of your inhibitions and enjoy your morning workflow. Later in the afternoon, the moon will station void of course until the end of the day. The lunar lull might be challenging to work with if you are not already in motion, so use your energy wisely by focusing on whatever inspires you to keep going until the workday is done. Just as Jupiter moves into his final 7 days in your income sector, the moon returns for not just its last visit to your financial sector for the year but before the dwarf planet series deep dive into your financial needs and priorities ends in 5 days. This will create some competition as income and money matters fight for your attention over the coming days, but will also ensure your financial instincts are sharp and you are emotionally and intuitively engaged. Drinking an adequate amount of water is difficult for some. It takes time and practice to cultivate the habit. Here are some tips. Add fresh lemon to your water to enhance the taste and boost your immune system. Set realistic expectations for yourself. Start with thinking that it's just as easy to drink 2 glasses of water as 1. And a cup of herbal tea before bedtime definitely counts. This nightly ritual will both hydrate and relax you. Welcome to the industrious make things happen essence of this day. Regardless of what needs to get done, this is surely the day to see it through. Everything from mundane chores, like housework, to big endeavors, like working out the details for the foundation of your next skyscraper, will come together and get finished in far less time than with any other day. Make the most of this, and then kick back this evening feeling proud of it all. Before wrapping up its last visit to your relationship sector for the year, the moon is spending its final hours in the wrong place at the right time today. A clash with Saturn in Aquarius might create some personal and/or relationship tension, but even this is a chance to get a better sense of what you want from your relationships and what they need from you. However, it is the moon's friendly aspect to the sun, in his last full week in your communication sector that can give this a voice. Before leaving and wrapping up its last visit to your relationship sector for the year, the moon will find itself in the wrong place at the right time today. A clash with Saturn in Aquarius is a monthly event and a chance to become more aware of any balance issues between your personal and relationship needs. However, a friendly aspect to the sun, in his last full week in your communication sector only happens here once a year, with a chance to give anything exposed a voice. Our eyes in the sky. Inspiration and luck strike early today, so if you're the type who wakes with the sun, take the initiative with your goals before this energy settles mid-morning. There are helpful aspects for love, and being close to your heart's desire should bring you joy right now. You tackle obstacles you previously thought you never could overcome. Being brave, making the most of this opportunity. You encounter people who are open and friendly, and when you respond in the same way, it opens new doors for you to explore and ultimately turn out to be extremely rewarding. Others understand that you don't want to take on any more responsibilities and in fact need time to yourself to gain a fresh perspective and determine what your true feelings are. Once you feel more refreshed and have taken the opportunity to regain your composure, you have an innate ability to interact and chat with others in a constructive way. You're acutely aware of your feelings, unperturbed. You're more in touch with your emotional state. Your thoughts are relaxed and calm. Relationships with others are constructive. You willingly make acquaintances and relate well to anyone who you happen to encounter. Look after your fitness, otherwise your well-being can be adversely affected. These romantic vibes also come with a sense of adventure, so do something out of the ordinary. If you're currently single, today is a good day to meet someone while you're out and about as well. Romantic boundaries should be fairly well received today, so if you've been meaning to talk to Bae about a need for some space in the coming days, go for it. Just make sure that you're being direct and clear in any important conversations. A perfect scenario for settling outstanding financial matters is what you desire. Of course, you must be as careful as usual when dealing with money. You have the right instincts for choosing sensible investments, and the advice you receive is far more conclusive than on other occasions. Larger purchases, a car or a house, don't faze you. At nightfall, there could be some underlying tension, so try not to step on any toes. The moon brings an extra boost of inspiration and energy, so be sure to work on any passion projects before heading to bed tonight. In the morning, the Leo moon opposes Saturn in Aquarius, engendering distance between ourselves and others. We might experience this literally through being physically separated from loved ones. Difficulty in making contact can cause us to feel lonely and unloved. However, we might also experience distance on an emotional level. People may pull away from us, seemingly unprovoked. We can be ghosted or left on read. Naturally, neither of these scenarios causes us to feel as bright and shiny as the Leo moon desires. Being scorned under this moon only adds insult to injury, as we are predisposed to sulking if we don't receive attention. However, the worst thing we can do now is to grandstand. If we push too hard to be noticed, we will only alienate our audience further. Instead, focus on managing work or attending to personal priorities. Following this, the moon trines the Sagittarius sun, mitigating the worst effects of the Moon-Saturn opposition. Although certain connections may still elude us, the Moon-Sun trine reveals that other playmates are available. If we intend to restore our confidence, we can't pine away for those who don't recognize our worth. We must choose the people who choose us. In doing so, we can forge relationships with those whose interests are better aligned with our own. And to think we might not have discovered them if we remained intent on impressing those who won't give us the time of day. The moon then enters a long void, of course, lasting until tomorrow. Avoid starting new initiatives today if possible. This lunar period is better spent working on projects already in progress.